I haven't been on here in months. Months. I am so tired, you guys. Um, Let me give a little update. Yeah, it's been months. Um, so I was doing a hail box. I'm driving to work right now, so let me just make sure. Okay. Hello, my love. I miss you. I just decided I'm going to do some little update. My sisters and brother have YouTube channels, and my sisters have started their YouTube journey. LaDonica's doing, what's she doing? She's doing, starting a YouTube channel, not knowing anything, which I think is so cool. And then Larissa, hers is a psychic, or psychic and a cat. And originally it was going to be her and Stella, her cat. Like Larissa likes to do oracle cards, so she was going to just like be with Stella and just do oracle cards and, have Stella in the frame and maybe have Stella like put her palm on a card and like choose the card or something like that. So, but since then, Stella passed. So now she actually got a ring made where the ashes of Stella are in her ring, which is really cool. So it's still psychic and a cat, and she's got the ashes. So I'm having like major loose neck situation. Whatever, 45. What do you expect, right? Um, doing really cool like motorcycle videos and stuff, but he has since pivoted into a new career, and I'm very proud of him. He's a baseball professional, and he is moving into the hitting instruction, but in like a very revolutionary way. Like it's going very well. It's really exciting. So I don't really want to go too much into that because I'm not exactly sure what that entails, but it's like it's really cool. So, but anyway, myself, oh my gosh, I'm tired. I'm just getting over like 2 weeks of being sick. It's been a time, y'all. Let me tell you. It has been a fucking time. So I haven't had a cold or anything for years, right? Previous to this year, I was sick probably every 6 weeks. And then I realized I would get these sinus things like every 6 weeks or 2 months. It was horrible. And so I kind of figured that out a little bit. It was a mask issue because I wear masks at work. I have a house cleaning business. And so it was a matter of making sure that I would wear like reusable masks, and it's kind of nasty. So I've learned that I have to change those out. And after I figured that out, I stopped getting sick so much, which was great. But I also had like a lot of like female issues and stuff. So I've been fucked up for a long time, but that kind of changed this year. I changed some things around, and I haven't been sick, like I said, since like February. I think that's about right. I've been doing pretty good, pretty well. Um, but anyways, so yeah, I'm heading to work, and one big change that I've made that I haven't talked about publicly, but I'm just going to go ahead and talk about it because why not, right? It's a big change that's changed my life. Um, I don't want to put my family member on blast, but one of my family members really inspired me. They had some health things, and I had some health things last year. I injured my shoulder. Um, I felt really toxic, and they went on this like journey, like their lifestyle, And that entailed getting blood work done because they were really sick. Like they got like really fucking sick. Ended up at the hospital. They didn't really know what was wrong. And they were overweight by quite a bit. And they just were not feeling well at all. So they ended up in February. They ended up going carnivore. I don't really know what a carnivore diet is, but it's very controversial. It goes against all of the standard American diet advice. But basically, it's no sugar, no carbs, and you just eat animal products, right? They changed their entire life by doing that. And I myself have struggled with weight, overeating, feeling toxic. I'm a major sugar addict, right? Like, that had something to do. I have alcoholism. It'll be 10 years no alcohol here in a couple of months. But for me, anyway, so for this family member, it all stemmed to sugar, inflammation. They went to go get a lymphatic massage, and their massage therapist was like, "Hey, you have like an abundance of like carbohydrate inflammation in your body, and it's very obvious. Like you need to like cut back on the carbohydrates. It's really fucking with you." I mean, they didn't say that, but in LA Jones speak, they said that. So, and I have like pretty sore fascia. Like the fascia is like those little sinews that like between the skin and the muscle. And it's like a network. It's kind of like the mycelium of mushroom, the mycelium under the ground, that like connects all of the plant life and it's like its own ecosystem. To me, that's what fascia reminds me of. It's like that connective tissue, like underneath like in your body, right? And I have a lot of sore fascia, and that has to do, supposedly, I don't know, I'm no fucking doctor, but it has to do with like your lymphatic system, your lymph nodes, and like the drainage in your system and stuff. So, um, anyways, so she decided to go carnivore. She just fucking did a Hail Mary because like them, I I've done everything under the sun. I've been a vegetarian. I've been gluten free. I've tried vegan. I've done Atkins. I've done you name it. I've done starvation diets where I don't eat for 30 days. I've done it all, right? Um, I've done an alcohol slash juice fast for 2 weeks. I mean, I've literally done some crazy shit. I'm a yo-yo dieter from hell, and it's wreaked a lot of havoc on my body, and my system. And so anyway, they went ahead and did this thing, and over a couple months, they noticed um, they don't have food noise. If you're a food addict or a sugar addict, rather, um, there's a thing called food noise, which I suffered from, and it's where you just constantly think about food. Like for me, it was always on my mind. Snacking, eating. I couldn't say no to sugar. I would just always have to be eating something. Um, Hungry all the time, not really sure how or when to eat, like it's always been like an issue for me. It's like it's horrible. It ruins like everything for me, right? And so this person was the same. Midnight binges. Like I couldn't have peanut butter in the house, seriously, or I would eat like the whole fucking. I would go eat gobs of peanut butter at like 3 a.m. and wake up feeling hungover. That's what sugar made me feel like. It made me feel hungover, and it reminded me of alcohol. And I fucking hate alcohol for what it did to me. Like it makes me feel so fucking sick. And I don't just eat a little bit of stuff; I eat a lot of stuff, right? So anyway, last ditch, dude. I was doing those hill walks. If you guys know what I'm talking about. Um, I used to, back in March or something, I was doing these hill walks, but a couple of times I had to stop because I was in so much pain. I was either swollen, and today I'm swollen. I have a lot of lymph going on because I've been sick. Uh, but anyway, I was like really super swollen, itchy, waking up feeling like shit. I had horrendous menstrual cramps, and so I just kind of stopped those hill walks because I was just so sick all the time. Like it just came to a point where I was just fucking miserable, dude. And so in April, I started trying to like cut back on the sugar, but the more I cut back, the more every time I would try to like calorie restrict, I would gain 5 pounds because it would make me eat more, right? Because I was never satisfied. And I just kept going and going and going. So it's just always been a battle for me. Just this horrible obsession with food and never feeling satiated, or I would overeat. And dude, it's just been a fucking nightmare my whole life, right? So, and I've always been like, I can't do a carnivore thing. I don't like meat like that. I can't do that. Like that's fucking gross. I work away from the house and I'm not going to live on processed fucking beef jerky. I've done that. I've done keto before, but I didn't like when I did keto. Oh yeah, I did ketogenic diet as well about 10 years ago. And it just gagged me to death. I couldn't do it because it's high fat, moderate protein, right? And I'm not going to go into the science of it because that's not what this is about. Do your own research. I'll talk a little bit about it, but the point of this is, I've done everything. And so finally, I just said, I don't know what else to do. I'm so sick. All my blood work looks good. Every time I get, the only thing I have is maybe a little tiny bit of like an iron thing, right? So anyway, May 13th, I got home from visiting my daughter, and I had already tried to, cut down on sugar, but I went to see my daughter, and I bought a container of Trader Joe's dark chocolate peanut butter cups. And I ate the whole, I think my daughter had to. I ate the whole container, and I was like, this is my last hurrah. So I eat the peanut butter cups, hungover as shit after eating that, right? And then that Monday I got home on May 12th, and I had a bean and cheese burrito with guacamole about this big, huge, California style. And that was, I said, this is going to be my last burrito. And those are my last sweets. And I've got to do something. I feel like shit. So I went carnivore, and I have never looked back. So it's been a little over 5 months now. And for me personally, it has changed my fucking life, dude. My cholesterol's great. That's a big worry for people that go on that. But there's a lot of studies about cholesterol. There's a lot of different schools of thought on cholesterol and what it does for people, and good, bad, the ugly. But mine's good. I mean, I'm just really lucky. I have a lot of great blood work. I home test that as well, like every few months, just to make sure. Because I don't know. I'm doing this like crazy ass thing. But I don't have food noise anymore. I don't crave sugar. Thank God. I'll never eat another fucking cookie again. You can pay me to eat a cookie, dude. And it's not just, I can have some vegetables, so I'm kind of ketovore, right? Mostly carnivore, but I'll have like iceberg lettuce, like wedge salads, with some tomato and onion on there. Ooh, that doesn't bother me. But basically, the carnivore diet is an elimination diet. And I did do strict carnivore for a few months because unless I had a hamburger, I have like a meat texture aversion sometimes, so I needed like the lettuce to wrap around the meat when I was like traveling and stuff. But yeah, it's changed my life, and which is so funny because I hadn't been sick in a long time, and then I got a really bad fucking like sinus slash allergy slash cold. It was so bad that I was like losing my fucking mind. But I did a little poll in my local, in my little town, and everyone was really suffering from bad allergies. But it was bad sneezing. It was horrible. I look like a Karen. Well, my middle name's Carol, so it's Karen adjacent. Oh, this is probably because my hair. That's funny. Um, but yes, I don't know. I just feel so much better. I feel so much better. And I'm just really grateful for it. You know, it really did change my life. And it's not for everybody. I don't think everybody is a sugar addict. I'm just a fucking sugar addict, dude. Immediately. That did not happen. That did not happen. Let me tell you. But I've lost 15 and it's still going down. It'll just be slow because I feel like I'm also healing my body too. I had a lot of female problems and those have been mostly eliminated. I've had a little bit of a hard time this month because of um, having that cold and stuff, but um, yeah, I don't know. I just feel my ADHD symptoms are lower. I don't take any medication for that stuff. I've always been a little bit of afraid of the pharmaceutical route, so I've just kind of like been hands off about that because I used to do a lot of drugs. I had to do a lot of drugs, and I was never even a good drug taker either. Like I would be all paranoid. My poor friends would be like, "Here we go again," you know. So, um, but yeah, I've never been a good drug taker. I tried. I really tried. To be honest, I do 1 meal a day. Helped my dude. Yes, I eat like 1 meal a day now. And I just, if I eat sugar, it just triggers something in me. And it's like, man, if I could eat it, I would eat it. But dude, it makes me a food monster. It makes me like the biggest food monster ever. Like, it's crazy. So I just can't do it, you know. Um, Good morning. Let's see here. But yeah, thank you, Pinky, for getting rid of that rude ass. People like to be rude on the internet. It's funny, you know, I get it. When I was 16 and Instant Messenger came on like for the first time, I did a couple being a troll because it's anonymous. And I could then I was 16 and I was being an asshole to people I didn't even know. And then I was like, what am I doing? This is so stupid. So I've been a troll before, guys, admittedly.